You know, we got my man Stephen Hunter, 8-time NBA first round draft pick. We get to talk a little bit about it, of course, all the way from the West Side. We get a little bit of conversation, nothing other than these two great legends of the city of Chicago. Fellas, let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. Hey, it's $10 billion. Well, first off, let me say this. Happy Juneteenth to everybody checking in. You
Happy
know, it's a lot
Juneteenth.
happening in the
Happy
basketball
Juneteenth.
world. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So let's
sir.
go ahead and jump to it. It's $10 billion out there on the market. The Lakers just got sold. I think they sold for a little over, I think what $2 million. They were purchased back in the '80s.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that? That transaction?
I think it's well deserved,
I
and I
said,
think they selling at a good time. They've done a lot. Obviously, they've been in business since 1979, and they pretty much saved the NBA. Jerry Buss saved the NBA with that Boston Celtics rivalry. So they
Yeah.
did a lot for the league. I think it's a good time to sell, and 10 billion. I mean, obviously, you just keep, you know, raising a benchmark on what these NBA franchises are worth nowadays. So it's pretty cool to see, man.
Absolutely. What you think, Bobby?
and I would just add to that what he said, but most definitely the legacy of the organization and what they have built from all the championships and all the guys who came through the fold of making that organization what it is. It's a lot of tip top names in the top of this league. And
Yeah.
so when you look at that, it's just a matter of what it's worth. And like Steve said, I guess it's the right time right now. So LBJ probably be on his way out. So,
Hmm.
you know, hey,
Hmm.
Speaking of that,
I,
what
I,
speaking of that, what does that do for a player? You talk about, LVJ, LeBron out there, like your owner doesn't change. You've been with the Buss family for years. What does that do for your mentality as a player?
nah, it's time for him to shut it down. Shit, 20 years. Hey, I would think unless his body just feel that great to the point where he can keep going. Well, like I said, roll till the wheels fall off.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
if that's the case, then shit, I tip my hat to him. 20 years,
Yeah,
man, that's a blessing for guys to actually be able to sustain and play this game.
that's
Yeah,
real.
he about to hit damn near 25 years. And my whole thing is yes, he can still play, but I mean like wow, I mean what's keeping him from even wanting to be in the locker room and you know what I mean, get ready for that grind every year, you know?
Yeah.
Like what's motivating him. And I find out that's the most amazing part of LeBron's journey, man. Just how he can make up things to keep himself going, to stay motivated, to even want to play, to be in the locker room with guys half your age, 19, 20 years old. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you 40.
Mhm.
So yeah, I find that pretty amazing. But more power to him, man. It's definitely a beautiful league and shit. If you can play, you can play. Keep going. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the pieces to the puzzle that I found interesting is just the business side to it. You think about a story franchise such as the Los Angeles Lakers being purchased back in the '80s for $2 million, and your investment carrying all the way over where you sell it off for $10 billion. That
Mm.
man, that man, Mark Walter. What he is Chicago. I think he went to Northwestern as well. He just found $10 billion in the couch cushions just to go out and go
Yeah.
purchase a team.
That's strong. I want to know what I'm
So,
doing wrong.
right.
Man, listen,
Shit.
I'm telling you, for real.
I need the playbook.
Not
I had
wrong, but what I'm not doing.
Man.
You're doing everything right now, so we gonna figure it out. I was funny. I just had a conversation with Jason Wright, him starting a investment fund for athletes, and I just saw Marcus Colston, NFL football guy, wide receiver for the Saints, him also starting to invest. So it's a lot of movement out here where people are collectively pulling their dollars together to go out here and purchase teams, organizations, and they just pulling their money together. So I think that's the space to be able to do it in and go ahead and get to this 10 billion mark and catch up.
Man, for sure.
Like a
Now,
mofo.
listen. So something we definitely talked about was just about superstars in the NBA, and there's been an ongoing conversation, a lot of conversation around Halliburton. Is he a true superstar? What y'all think? You think he a superstar in the NBA, or you think it's too early to tell?
Man, I say like this. A superstar can be created overnight. I don't think it's no 1 or 2 seasons that actually will dictate that the work, the work he's put in and what he's shown. What separates him from every other superstar? Willing to take the last shot, want the ball, and at the end of the game, you know what I mean? He's not shying away,
Yep.
and he put the team on his back, regardless of multiple. It's been multiple series where he's done that, and so in this league right now, from what we watch, there's no question for me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna disagree with Bob on that one. To
Okay.
me, a superstar is somebody that gonna sell out on the road. You know what I mean? Somebody that you gonna pay your hard earned money to see, and they not your team. And so, I think it's only 2 or 3 superstars in a game. It's a lot of stars, but
Yep.
a guy that'll sell out on the road. Obviously, Steph Curry. Obviously,
You're
LeBron.
100% right, Steve. Steve, where you
Yeah,
put that, you're 100% right. I will say that. I will
yeah,
second that. I will second
yes.
that.
Thank you, Bob. Yeah, so I think he's definitely an all-star. I want to see a level of consistency from him, especially during the regular season. Can he push his average up to 30, and can he be a perennial all-star? Can he lead his team to national, multiple conference finals and things like that? So he got a little bit more work to do,
Yeah.
in my opinion, to be labeled a superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And not only that, like you said, getting to the finals a couple more times will most
yeah,
definitely help. And like you said, you still got 2 games. So let's see how he can turn this thing around.
He might be able to get something over the night. One of the things that I thought about it, what it reminds me of, and it's not a not. Let's be real. We're talking about a superstar versus a great player, right? Like, let's be
right,
real. This man is still the best of the best. He USA Olympic team, right? He a gold
right,
medalist, so he's been able to show that he belongs. What it reminds me of though is how Linsanity was. It was like, oh, he hit that mark and everybody going crazy. Not saying he's selling everything out, but it's that moment that you had. Now, mind you, I will say this: Linsanity, Jeremy Lin, that man, he was selling out everywhere he went, even though it was just a short-lived period of time. But he getting a little
right.
bit of crowd coming to him.
Yeah.
Hey, I played with Jeremy Lin in
You
the
Yeah,
did?
G League, man. For the in Reno. So listen, I didn't watch the process. I
yeah,
didn't watch it, and so that's the reason why I said what I.
yeah. I got you.
I
Nah,
like
I see, Bobby, you kind of chopped off a little bit,
Max
but it's all
deals.
good. Oh, there you go.
it. Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm saying it's just like guys getting max deals. Do they deserve them?
I mean, it's the state of the market. You know what I mean? They ain't necessarily
Okay,
superstars, or
okay.
maybe not even all stars. It's just the way of the market.
So who they gonna pick? You got to pick somebody.
That's
I
real.
think, yeah. I think the superstars. I mean, eventually, if you exciting enough, if you have that type of star appeal, you know, if you got a bunch of endorsements behind you, you always out there. I think eventually you become a superstar just by consistency and just great play. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I think
man,
that's
we
some
our
what I
our, our
said.
game is definitely in a good space though. We got a lot of stars in this game, for real.
Man, don't you?
Hmm.
Definitely. You got the Ant, you got the SGAs, just the young crew, and you don't need a lot of them. You just need a few of them to
Yeah,
keep
for
carrying
sure.
it on. Speaking of, Summer League is right here around the corner. You're gonna start seeing the next crop of your superstars, and one of them in particular is Cooper Flag. That man is basically you've been the #1 pick. Every game is a sellout out there at Summer League this year. What was y'all experience like out there for Summer League?
Go ahead, Bob. You start.
Yeah.
Because I know Stevens,
Well,
yours is
I
a little
play.
different
Well,
than Moody.
Nah, we ain't gonna get to Moody. We just gonna get to Summer League.
Yeah,
So
go to
I
Summer
played
League.
with the #1 pick, Kwame Brown.
Yep.
So
Man,
our games are pretty much sold out.
Yep.
But like you said, it's gonna be the hype because it's the expectation of what he's gonna do, or if he do anything, I don't want to miss it. And
right.
Right.
that's the thrill of being the #1 pick. You got to bring them, tie them shoes up, hey, and bring your best game every night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure his minutes would be probably tapered off. With #1 picks, a lot of times they just play them, half the game or half or 10 minutes here and there. So we'll get a glimpse of what to say, what to expect. But man, this kid's season, he's been playing in the Olympics,
Yeah.
since high school. He played big time ball at Duke, at a high level, led them a long way. So it's gonna be really, really exciting to see. I really think he's gonna come in and make an immediate impact out there in Dallas. So I'm really looking forward to it. Matter of fact, I might be going down to Vegas for the summer league. Hopefully, I
Okay.
see some of you guys down there. Yeah.
Yeah. We might just pull up down there, bring the
Hmm.
podcast with and make sure we go on ahead and chop it up because there's so much. It's a couple of young guys, even a young guy, Jeremiah Fears. He's actually from my area out in Joliet, but he's a nice guard. What he did at Oklahoma this year, I'm excited to see what he does this year.
Yeah.
Guaranteed bucket.
Man, listen.
What team did he?
Man,
What
listen.
what AAU team he played for?
Matter of fact, he was out there I want to say he was out in Arizona. He
Oh,
was
with AZ Unity.
one of the teams out there. I think he
Yeah,
was out
probably
there for a second. He
if
moved
it's
around a
Nike
little bit.
if it's Nike sponsors, probably AZ Unity.
Got you. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know he moved around with a couple of different teams during him
Okay.
and his brother. And then when he left and went over to his older brother went to Michigan State, so he's still there. Jeremy Jr. And then Jeremiah has played he played at Oklahoma, so he right now is looking he might be a 5 pick, but we'll see what happens again. It's a new crop of superstars. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna shy away from it, man. Let's go back to Moody Bible. Moody Bible was iconic, man. We gotta
Yeah.
talk about that, man. That's where players were made.
Yeah, for
Some
sure,
people.
man.
What was it? Hold on, Steven. What was your experience? Because we know Moody Bible it's a grind. It was more than just summer league. It was you going in there and you going to hoop.
Yeah, it was fun, man. But like we spoke about before, Tim Grover, man, the runs with Twan and Jawan and Bobby and Q and all them guys, it got us ready for Moody Bible. So
Yeah,
by the time we got there, we was all ready, myself and Bobby, man, because of who we've been playing against in preparation to Moody Bible. And so it's really just locked in. A lot of hungry guys there trying to become first round draft picks. Obviously the top, 5 or 10 picks, they not gonna play up there. So the rest of the guys, we was all just trying to break into the first round or maybe in the second round. And
yeah,
so a lot of talent up there. Just not draft in general, man. Like second rounders of that class, including Gilbert, uh, Bobby, they all went to that camp and they ended up being, stars in the NBA. You know what I
yep.
mean? So just a lot of talent and a lot of focus, gotta be locked in, ready to play. And shit, that's what we did.
That's real.
Mhm. Yep.
And humbly speaking, Steven not gonna toot his own horn, man.
Go on ahead and
My brother,
talk about
man,
it.
he hey man, no. Hey, listen, I witnessed. So
Yeah, it was balling.
we watched one of the games, man. Steve was blocking shots on one end, beating everybody down the floor on the other end, dunking the ball, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, man, what the hell he got into him? I said, man, this dude here, he, hey, he playing for dear
I
life.
was
I
hungry.
understood it
We was hungry.
because shit, like you said, the, the preparation and what the reason why we were there most definitely showed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I said, man, listen, when they said my brother gonna be a first round pick, I was so happy
for
for him, bro,
sure. For sure. I appreciate
because
it.
I know he was. We was all a little nervous leaving school,
We were.
especially him too.
Hmm.
We was all a little nervous, but like you said, when we just tipped our hat to say, look, hey, I'm gonna tie my shoes up like everybody else. I'm gonna
Yep. Yep. Real talk. Appreciate it, Bob.
yes, man. It's
Hey,
crazy.
but look, hold on. Let me throw some flowers right
no
back at
problem, bro.
Bob with this now. So everybody witnessed Bob just get better and better and better, right? And so I remember one year at Hoops the Gym, the Milwaukee Bucks actually had came there to see me, right?
Yeah.
But Bobby Simmons was in the gym, right? This was free agent year. I was leaving Orlando, I think, something like that. Yeah, I think I was leaving Orlando and going to Phoenix. It was one of them years, 2003. And man, hey, Jabari, it was time like summers where Bobby best person in the gym, like everybody there too, couldn't miss a shot. I would ask Bob like, how the hell you do it? Like he got his mid range to a point where it went in every time.
Yeah.
You remember that? You remember that, Bob? It went in every time, man. And so his confidence just soared, man. And just the work he put in, bro, just to keep getting better and better and better. You almost think that at 6'9" coming out of school, Bobby may have reached his peak, but he proved everybody wrong. He went up 4-5 levels. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my flowers with Bobby Simmons, man. He just worked his ass off, and seriously.
And thanks, Steve. That was the summer going into most improved
Yeah,
season.
it was. It's crazy.
That's when everybody. I remember Twine even said, he was like, "Man, that was the time when you started cooking. Like everything that left your hand, corner three, elbow,
Everything
anything mid range was a bucket."
Bobby, how was you feeling at that time, bro? Because
yeah.
we not exaggerating, bro. I remember all the scrimmage, all the games we played, bro. Everything left your hand was going in. You was just shooting 1,000 shots a day or something. What clicked for you?
What's the routine?
Shit.
I was working out 3 times a day, Steve.
Okay.
Twice with Tim. The morning workouts, weights. We play at 2, and I was going to Markham Park District at midnight after R. Kelly runs.
Oh, okay. I got you. R. Kelly.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was doing 3 a day.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised you got any shots up with R. Kelly playing. He used to shoot the ball
I
every
went
time.
after them. After they got.
Okay. You wasn't playing with
After he got done, it was just me and Jabba in the gym.
Oh, I got you.
You got keys to the gym
at midnight. Yeah.
Shit, it paid off.
Yeah, he opened it up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's crazy to sit here and look at it. I'm like, hold on, y'all both in the Big East at DePaul. How the hell did y'all even have enough balls to shoot when y'all was playing together? Because you still missing Q and Lance, a part of the package.
Well, shit, you throw that ball down low to Lance, you ain't getting it back. That's first of all. Hey. For real, you throw that ball down low to Lance, you ain't getting it back. I got pretty much just offensive rebounds and dish off dunks and stuff like that, a couple post moves here and there. But Bobby, Q, and Paul shot all the rock.
That's it. Hey, get that corner
Bobby
three.
played with somebody named Kerry Hartfield, though. You remember Kerry Hartfield? Kerry Hartfield shoot the hell out the ball. The Q had to shut that shit down.
Ben Harbor, Michigan. Ben Harbor, Michigan.
Yep.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Yeah, y'all. I'm sitting here looking at the screen. I'm like, hold on, and there's still another 2-3 of y'all that still need the ball. No, hold on, there ain't enough balls over there to shoot.
Oh yeah.
But y'all had to figure something out.
Yeah, it was good times, man. For real. We was well balanced though. I think everybody played a role on that team. And Q was, obviously he had most of the hype, and he was arguably our best player. But at the end of games, believe it or not, Coach used to go to Paul McPherson if we needed a bucket. You know what I mean? So we had a lot of balance on that squad.
Guaranteed mismatch.
Every time. Every time. Oh, big shoulder, big back.
Yeah.
You can't be a guard, dude, because he's just going to punish you down in the post. Man, okay, if you were big, mismatch. Somebody 6'10", guess what? You dead meat out there on the island. Either way, you was getting it.
He go right to left hammer time that joint.
Man.
Every time. Man. That's hilarious. Always good looking back on that. All right, let's go ahead. I want to jump right into Game 5 where we saw, obviously, OKC, they just won that one. They beat the Pacers. What did y'all think about? Actually, before I even get to that, hold on, Steven. We ain't never get this out of you for game one. Who you got winning the whole thing? Let's start there first.
Oh, I bet had OKC in 6.
Oh,
It's
you got
over
OKC
tonight.
in 6.
Yeah, it's over tonight.
Because
I
Bob
bet
got
that.
the same thing. OKC in 6.
Yeah, it's over tonight.
Twine win Pacers. What do you win? Pacers in 5.
Something like that. But I'm gonna go down there and celebrate at OKC and the parade, man. I'm going to the parade.
Hey, you're gonna be down there with Najee.
Big Nas.
Yeah. Nah, but we saw that. What y'all see in Game 5 that you thought that was very telling outside of Halliburton being injured?
OKC stayed aggressive.
Yeah.
Stayed aggressive and stayed in attack mode. The first game they lost, they was a little lackadaisical, and then, like you said, Halliburton came with the dagger.
Yeah.
They kept their foot on the gas in Game 5.
Yeah,
I was
watching. Yeah, I agree.
J-Dub wasn't playing.
No, not at all.
Put up 40. He put up 40. What you got, Steven?
No, I agree with Bob. At a couple points during the game, I was just waiting for Indiana to come back. They cut it close a couple times. They played a whole 48 minutes. But like Bob said, OKC just, man, they hit some timely threes. They got some timely stops, and they was able to hold on. But you got to play Indiana the whole 48 minutes. You know, the fourth quarter is their quarter, so they got to realize that, especially, coming into the night, it's going to be a hostile environment in Indiana. It's going to be the hardest game they ever won in their life. But like I said, I think they're going to pull it out. I just think they're the better team. They're a little deeper, and they got a legitimate superstar on their team. And if you look back to all the championships, 99% of the time when your team winning a championship, you got a superstar on your team. A legitimate superstar, and as SGA, he's definitely a legitimate superstar.
That's real. So, do you think that if OKC doesn't win tonight, do you think that that's Game 7? Do you think that they still win, or do you think that the Pacers got a chance to win that, knowing the type of basketball that they play?
I say basically they got to close it tonight, but I would most definitely think about how hard guys are going to play. Hopefully nobody gets injured, like a Halliburton situation, like you're dealing with ailments and things of that nature, because that can also change the narrative of the game as well. When guys are not 100% and still trying to play.
Yeah, I think if it go back to OKC gonna win a Game 7. But honestly, I think OKC gonna win by double digits tonight. Indiana plays really, really hard. They play with a lot of emotion, and I just think the pressure of this type of game for those young guys who are in this position for a first time, I think it's gonna be too much. I don't think they're gonna shoot the ball the way they've been shooting the ball. I think nerves might become a factor. So I got OKC winning by double digits because mainly because of the pressure they're gonna put on of this game, of this moment. Yeah.
No, I do think that they're primed to win this game. I did say OKC, they're going 7 games and win the whole thing, but I do think that there's something about this OKC team where they were able to leave off this last game, right? Obviously, Halliburton going down with a calf injury, that's going to be tough on the Pacers to fill that gap. I think they the Pacers do a great job of adjusting in real time and taking away and helping out on the missing links. But I think that they're going to expose it as far as what OKC does. You got SGA that's still going to get to his spots and get his buckets wherever he needs to go. Then you look at it in general. You look at, you got Jay Will. He putting up 40. That ain't nothing to turn away from. You know what I mean? Like, he's getting to his spots. He's knocking down the open jumpers. He's hustling. He's playing defense. He's doing all the intangibles. He's honestly playing a complete game. And so he's really, really exciting. I think the one factor to me is on the other side with the Pacers because McConnell brings so much energy. McConnell brings so much to the floor right off the bench. He comes in and he just a whole nother kind of another player, and then the crowd gets right into it as well.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's gonna be an exciting game. I'm getting ready to watch it myself.
Yep. Yeah, nah, fellas, nah. We about to definitely tune in. Game started just hearing a little bit. I know I'm out here in LA doing the thing. But nah, fellas, I appreciate y'all jumping on. We definitely possibly gonna have to do this again for game 7. We'll see if they're gonna end and win by 20, like you said, Steven. We definitely gonna get into it. Bobby, man, appreciate you jumping on. I know you had to jump off and everything, but hey, all you guys tuning into the live, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like, follow, subscribe, grab some merch. Go ahead and check out the website as well. We out. Peace.
Peace. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.